Hey guys, I'm with my client Matt here today, and we're going to talk a little bit about Matt's experience working with me over the past few months. So, Matt, could you just share with everyone like how you were feeling both mentally and physically before you reached out to me?
Yes, it was around Christmas time when I reached out to yourself, Dan, and I felt really low. Like I had sort of very low energy, low libido. Sort of, I was in a bit of a hole, to be fair. Sort of just all around. I actually called the doctors. He'd done a depression test with me and stuff, which I didn't think I really had, but I felt bad. So yeah, I wasn't in a very good place. Sort of, it was more my physical energy state that was then affecting my mental state rather than having a bad mental state, I feel. But that's when I came to you, yeah.
And before you reached out to me, had you tried other things and other things to try and address the way that you've been feeling?
I read your book actually, and I'd read a lot of stuff about testosterone. I think I'd found you on Twitter as I was sort of looking down the sort of testosterone route. I didn't want to do TRT or anything. I didn't want anything unnatural. But all those, it was a low testosterone journey, if you know what I mean. I was looking down to see. So I'd read a few things like that. I'd probably tried some ZMA or some stuff like that, but I never got anything that solid of a plan together.
Good. Okay. And so, what sort of things did you and I work on, or have we been working on in the past few months to get you to where you want to be?
I think like the main thing I can remember is you sorted my diet out straight away and sort of explained that out really easily and why, and sort of we sort of adjusted bit by bit on how that made me feel. I knew all this stuff, obviously, a lot of it already, but I'd never had it put together in a plan like that. And then we sort of looked at other areas, excuse me, sort of supplementation, sleep, exercise. Obviously, you wrote me a lockdown exercise plan as well, sort of kept me going there. So, but I think for me, diet was the main one, and sort of just these are the reasons why. And if I had something, you go away and research it, and then sort of come back and oh, we'll try this week, and this is why. And I always felt like I knew the rationale behind what we were doing.
Good, mate. And so, what sort of results have you seen since we started working together, and how would you compare yourself to when you were? How you feel now?
Well, to start, I've got my energy back. Like when I first reached out to you, I had a list on New Year's Eve of all the low energy. I couldn't stay out past 10 o'clock. I was getting rid of social events. I just couldn't stay out. I've got my energy back, so I've got a bit of a buzz for life back. At the time I had joint pain when I reached out. I couldn't train. I sort of I thought I'm so low I can't even pick up a weight. Sort of I've been lifting weights now in lockdown, out of lockdown for a while. Now I've got that back, which that then all those put together, I guess, have like my mental health feels 10 times better. It's gone from not rock bottom at all, but being in quite a low place to being quite feeling myself again, a bit more confident, a bit more energetic. Yeah, so it's been good. It's been the process has been worth it for me, definitely.
Excellent. And so, to anyone watching this who's maybe thinking about doing something like this, who's maybe sitting on the fence about it, what would you say to them?
Um, if you can do it, then I would 100% do it. Like if you're in the same place I was, you think you've got low testosterone. If you're ever looking at like TRT or anything like that, like you need to speak to Dan first because you could cause yourself a lot of shit, like trying to make rash decisions on stuff like that. Oh, I'll take some gear, or I'll take some TRT. That's definitely the way forward. It's like that's a you don't get off that roundabout, if you know what I mean. Once you're on that, then you're in trouble. And I thought I might need it, and it turned out I didn't, and so it was well worth it to speak to Dan first. Yeah,
Excellent. Well, thanks for sharing your experience with us today, Matt.
no problem.